make a loaf of regular sourdough. So buckle up. It's time to have some fun. All right, so we got our scale in a bowl. I've got some tap water here. I did stick it in the microwave just to kind of have it like warm, only because it takes so long to get like anything but cold in my sink water. So we are going to measure 320 to 330 grams of water. That's 326, okay? Then we're gonna take, our raised, it peaked and now it's already started going down. I did feed it this morning before I left for work. It is currently about, I'm gonna leave, 7-ish hours later, okay? We're gonna take 100 grams of this. Let me preface this by saying I did wash my hands. I did not zero out the scale. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, this tool is not necessary. I have been using a fork, but my friend had this laying around her house, says she's not using it anymore, asked me if I wanted it. I said yes. So we are mixing the starter and the water. Just mixing it until it's kind of like well mixed and there's bubbles on the top, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like, all right? We've mixed it. Now we are going to add 485 grams of bread flour. Now, I've been told that you can use all-purpose flour for some of this, but I've never tried it, so I did go to the store and buy more. But, okay, so we are zeroing out our scale, and we're gonna add the bread flour. I used the King Arthur, a white and blue bag. I had to buy more, so I'll show you the bag in a minute. How much flour I have left. I bought more, but so I have just enough. Now here's where you can add the salt now, or you can mix it, let it sit for 30 minutes and then add it again, or add it, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and add it now. 0. Get for videoing it. It's gonna be salty. All right. Maybe I'll add some more water and flour. I don't know what to do. Pause. I'm just gonna go with it. Okay? It'll be fine. It'll be all right. This is Miss Darlene's bread too. All right, let me take it off. So maybe measure it out first. That's the first time I've done that, but hopefully it'll be okay. I'm gonna try not to stress. All right. All right, so I'm gonna mix it with my hands now, okay? I did it with the dough whisk until pretty much the flour was incorporated-ish. And now we're just gonna mix it with our hands and just really get it in there. Now this is the sticky part. You may not like this, but I really like it. I just mix it really well until like all the stuff, I scrape the sides of the bowl. I really try to get all of the like flour in there. Okay. And you're gonna keep mixing until it sticks more to itself than it does to you, okay? That's what somebody said on a video that I watched. Okay, so I go until it pretty much does this. Well, until you can almost pick it up the whole thing pretty much, okay? And it's starting to come off my hands easier, okay? I'll go a little bit more, to just kind of really get it. They say mix until it's a shaggy dough, but I normally just mix until like I can get it almost all up in one pool. Pretty much like that, okay? Now there's still some stuck to the bowl, and then it just kind of comes off my hands easier. That's when I stop. So this is what it looks like. Sorry, I had to clean my hands. And now we're just gonna cover it. Now you can use a towel for this, okay? I just happened to really buy into all this, and I got shower caps from Amazon. They were not expensive, okay? And then you're gonna set it to the side. Now you can set it there for an hour, and then do a first set of stretch and folds. I don't know, at like 45 minutes. Because the recipe I used to put the salt in at 30 minutes. But I'm just gonna set it for 45. And I'll be back for stretch and folds. Alright, so it's been probably about 50 minutes or so. I just burnt some butter. Great. I get to go to the store and buy some more. So now we're going to do stretch and folds, okay? I'm going to pick up the bowl so you can see what I'm doing. But you wet your hand, and then you pick it up, flop it down, okay? Turn the bowl. You see? We're going to turn the bowl, and we're going to do it from here now. I peel from the bowl too. Stretch, put down. Same thing. Stretch, put down. Stretch, put down. Again, we're picking it all up, putting down. Down. I just do this a couple times. I go around and kind of until it kind of gets more like this. Okay. Stretch, fold. Okay, I'm gonna call that quits for now. Okay, now we're gonna cover it back, set a timer for 30 minutes, do it again. Now, if you are putting jalapeno or like inclusions in it, you could do that now. Like jalapeno cheddar, you could put that in now. I haven't tried anything else now, but you could do it before you do the stretch and fold, or you can do one set of stretch and folds and then do it the next time you do a stretch and fold. So, I'll be back in 30 minutes. Alright, another 30 minutes has passed, another wet hand, another set of stretch and folds. Stretch, fold, stretch, fold, stretch, fold, stretch, and fold. And I just still do it. I don't know, but it seems to work out well. Shake it out a little, fold it back. Okay. Cover, wait 30 minutes, come back and do it again. Okay, I'm doing it again. Like this is our third set now. Okay. She looks good. For the next set, we'll do coil folds. Okay. We'll just do really enjoy this part. It's like adult slime, Play-Doh, play, whatever. But then, you know, something comes out of it. You get to eat it. Okay. 30 minutes, and then we're doing coil folds, and then we'll be done for a while. Okay, so technically it's not been a full 30 minutes, but I gotta go get my kids, and I'm gonna show you how to do these coil folds, okay? So you wet both of your hands, okay? You stick them in the middle, and like pick it up. And you fold it back on itself, okay? I don't know if you can really see. and then you twist. Same thing. She's kind of sticky. You see how it's kind of like folded over, and you just shake it a little, fold it back. Just kind of go around like, I don't know, twice. It's also kind of, I feel like it helps shape it a little bit, but also you're gonna do shaping anyways, so. She's a little sticky, but she's already starting the bubbles. You see them? Oh, my finger got stuck in there. I'm gonna call it quits. All right, you be good. Cover it. And this is the part where there is a chart I can send you. There's a chart to follow. You can stick a temp probe in and see what the temperature of the dough is currently. It all depends on the temperature of your house and everything, okay? So if you want it to go faster, you can put it by a warm space. Like if you're cooking, you can put it by the oven or something like that. But what you want is bulk fermentation. So it is going to double in size. It's gonna dome. It's gonna be really jiggly. And when you touch it, it's supposed to not be sticky, okay? And when you go to pull it from the bowl, the side of the bowl, it's supposed to pull really clean, nice and clean, okay? I've not always had it do that. It's honestly happened to me like once or twice. Most of the time I feel like it's maybe a little bit on the sticky side, but I've been able to like manage it and it's turned out just fine. So there's also this thing called aliquot method, I think, where you take a piece of the dough and you stick it in like a little, like a Jello shot cup, and you put the lid on it, and when it's touching the top of the lid, then it's fermented, it's bulk fermented. I've never tried that. So you can check the temperature of the dough now, check the chart and see about how long it'll take, but that time on that chart starts when you mix your starter and water together. So it may say like 10 hours, but you've already been doing stretch and folds for 2.5 to 3. So that's just a little tidbit on that. So now we're just gonna let it rest, and I'll be back once bulk fermentation is done. All right, so sorry my dishwasher's going. Okay, and I look like trash, but that's what it is. Okay, so there are a bunch of bubbles, if you can see, all throughout the bowl, okay? It's jiggly, it's domed. Now, they say it doesn't need to be sticky. I think it's still gonna be tacky. This is the part that gets me. They say it should pull away from the bowl pretty good. And mine still sticks a little bit, but it does pretty much pull away, okay? So you flour your surface, and then you tilt it upside down and let it come out. You can help it along. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Now, I think I probably could have waited a little bit longer, but I think it's good enough. I don't think it's like underdone necessarily, but I'm also not super great at this part yet. Okay, but it falls out, okay? And then I take the leftovers. Also never seen an influencer do this because, I mean, maybe they just get it perfect every time. I got a life, you know. I'm tired, I wanna go to bed. I wanna shower and go to bed. I just made a crap ton of cookies. Anyways, so, okay. Now, I do a pre-shaping. Now, if you watch a bunch of different videos, mine's probably not gonna look like everybody else's, okay? I haven't quite figured out how everybody gets it into like a perfect little triangle. But you just take it and stretch it out a little bit without ripping it. And you can see there's bubbles already like in there, okay? Now, if you're doing other inclusions, like when I did my cinnamon loaf, or if you want to do a cinnamon raisin loaf, I did cinnamon and brown sugar. You could add inclusions here. This is when I also added my lemon curd, when I did that lemon loaf, okay? But you kind of stretch it out as much as you can. Maybe you can get it stretched out more than I can. And then you take it and fold one in, kind of like a piece of paper. Fold this over in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna come to this side. I close up the ends. Okay, and then you take it and you roll it. Okay, now you do what's called a push and pull. So you push and pull. Try to form it into a ball. Push and pull into like a candy cane shape. Get some flour. Push and pull. Push and pull. And you just kind of, it's a little sticky. It might have been overdone, but whatever. It's fine. It'll be fun. Push and pull. And get a little bit more flour. Never claim to be perfect at this, okay? Just shape it into a ball. I don't know why it's sticking so much. But it's fine. You just work with it. Just little bubbles, okay? Well, it's a nice little ball. So now we're doing pre-shaping, okay? I'm gonna take the bowl. I'm gonna let it rest for 20 minutes or longer. I'm gonna go take a shower. And then I'll come back, do the final shaping, slap it in floured Banneton or a bowl lined with a tea towel that's got flour in it, and then it's gonna go in the fridge. But I'll come back and show you. Okay? Alright, so, sorry, I'm in my PJs, I took a shower. I have my flour lined basket, bowl, whatever, okay? Just line something with flour, a tea towel. And then you're gonna, remember we pre-shaped this, so we're gonna take this, do it again. Now, it's gonna be harder because it's, you know, already been shaped. So I just do what I can. And honestly, just kind of roll it. And then I take it and I roll it again. And then the same thing, like your push and pulls, right? I don't know why it's so sticky. It's driving me crazy. Let me get a little bit of flour. Push and pull. Oops. Push and pull. Push and pull. I'm just kind of tucking it under, really. Push and pull. There's a big bubble. Beep. I don't know if you have to bust the bubbles, but it is kind of fun. Okay, she just needs a little bit more flour. Okay, so here's my basket. Taking it, oops, and flopping it upside down. So now this is what it looks like in the basket. You can try to stitch it where you just take some and you pull it over to the side to make the seam look a little bit better. Sometimes it'll pull apart anyways, so I normally wait a little bit. But since she's a little sticky, I don't always do this, okay? I'm just showing you for, like, I guess learning purposes. But it does look a little bit more like put together, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna cover it and put it in the fridge overnight. It is currently 10:37. Alright. So I just took it and I have this bread sling, but you can use parchment paper. Okay. I flipped it onto it. Okay. You can put some extra flour, just a little bit, if you want to. And you're gonna score it. Now, my Dutch oven has been in the oven while the oven preheated at 450, and it's been in there for about 30 minutes. Okay, so it's 4:30 a.m. Now I'm gonna put it in the Dutch oven with the lid on, with the lid on, and put it back in the oven for 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna take the lid off for 15 minutes. And then it should be good to come out onto a wire rack to cool. So it's been 25 minutes. I'm now taking the lid off, and it's gonna go another 15 minutes. Okay, I just took it out of the oven, and it's gonna cool on a wire rack for an hour before you cut into it. But this is her. All right, it's been an hour now. Okay, I know it doesn't look like I've done anything, and I haven't, but we're gonna cut into it. Yeah, we're gonna cut into it. They say you can squish it down and it springs back. So there you go.